Okay, everybody, we're live. We're just waiting for 4:30. Randy's coming on. Hi, Commissioner.
Good afternoon.
Hey,
Allison, I guess you got it connected okay?
Hey, Jenny,
Yes.
I learned a Zoom trick today from another meeting I was in with the Field's Edge.
Yes.
If you want to talk, if you're, let's say you're muted, but you just want to talk for a second and then go back to silent, you don't have to actually unmute yourself. You can click the space bar on your computer and hold it down. And when you hold it down, you can speak and you can hear.
That's a great tip.
So like Veronica, if you want to speak for just a second, just hold down your space bar and then you'll be able to speak to us, and then you can let go of it and you'll still be muted again.
Can you hear me
There you
now?
go. Yep.
Yes.
Cool, huh?
Thanks, Randy.
Yeah, that's kind of a neat thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's quicker than trying to click on the right button to be able to
Yes.
speak.
Yes. Terry, you can feel free to give me a stipend for telling everybody that.
I will. You're on. That is a good tip. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
You can double my usual stipend if you want to.
Yeah. Okay. You're well, we're in the budget. We've already passed your budget. We're done. So,
Twice zero is still zero. So
oh, okay.
Scott, is that a wagon train behind you?
No, I think it's actually supposed to be like some kind of artist version of a beach scene.
Huh, it looked like oh, okay, I see it now. Ah, huh, yeah.
Hey, Robin.
Hi, Jenny, you got us?
Hi, Robin.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hey,
Yes,
okay, my clock says 4:30. We have a forum. Do we want to go ahead and start?
Yes, that'd be good.
Okay, this is a meeting of Commissioner Court. It's Thursday, July 16th, 2020, 4:30. It's being held by video conference. So item number 1 on the agenda is discuss and take action on jail roof repairs. Justin?
Good afternoon,
is this
Judge,
something-
Commissioners.
Yes, okay.
Yes, I'm going to give a kind of a brief overview, then I'm going to turn it over to Ken, since he's got all the information and knowledge about it. The first thing I want to bring up is I sent an email out yesterday with kind of laying out our 3 options. I just want to let you know that option 3 is actually off the table. I think Duralast is the name of the company that produces that roof that we have currently. And they've informed us that they're not going to come out and repair it or basically stand by their warranty. But the damage to this occurred almost 2 years ago, and that's why we're on a time crunch. I think August 9th is the 2-year mark. And when this was damaged, we actually had a different insurance company than what we have now. So we're having to deal with an insurance company we no longer pay money to. But anyway, the damage was found 2 years ago. The claim was, I guess, started, but it never finished for whatever reason. The ball was dropped. And before Becky Graham left the jail, she actually called us and made us aware of it when we took over risk management. And so we picked it up, and we're finally to the point where the insurance companies agree and stuff that we can get this replaced. So basically, we're looking at our 2 options as I emailed you guys. We can either replace it with kind of the same Duralast material that we have currently on there, or we can kind of go for an upgrade and get a metal roofing, which in our opinion, we would suggest going with the metal roof, and it'll cost more. But in the long run, it's going to save us money because this Duralast company material, it's going to keep getting damaged. They're obviously not going to stand by their product, and this is an issue other agencies are having that we've reached out to it and found out. So we're going to just kind of lay out everything that we have and answer any questions and kind of decide how we want to move from here with the jail. Currently, they have had leaking for several years of the jail due to the damage. So it has been causing issues with the structure. I believe we got Captain Hilliard online to answer any questions internally at the jail if there's any questions. But if no one has any questions for me, I'm going to turn it over to Ken and let him explain what we got.
Okay.
First of all, I'm going to ask for questions and see if anybody has any questions before I start going over the material.
Ken, my question is, what is the deductible that we're going to be paying? What's the difference between the price of, my feeling is to go with a metal roof, and I'm looking for the difference in cost between what we have, what replacement would be versus the new material, and the difference in cost that we would have to pick up.
Right. Well, Commissioner, what I have researched is that currently our insurances has us valued at the whole detention center, including the tent, at $24.5 million. But the old insurance company, the contract shows that it should be valued at the time of the damage, and I do not have that amount from 2 years ago, what it would be valued at. So I'm just going strictly by what it would be. 1% of $24.5 million would be approximately $245,000 would be our deductible. I'm sure it's going to be less, Commissioner, because of the difference in the valuation from 2 years ago, but I don't have that. So approximately, we're looking at, if we use that value and the estimate from Troy White, which is $617,000, less the actual cash value of the $437,859, I rounded it off to $617,000, subtract $193,000, which would be the check we would receive from the insurance company, and it would cost us approximately $424,000 to put a metal roof on.
Thanks.
I believe a metal roof is going to last 15 to 20 years, where this Duralast roof, as we can tell, is going to last 6 to 8 years, and then it's going to be to where it's going to start leaking like it does now.
Ken, can you tell me again who you got the quote from?
Troy White, who is the representative of the insurance company, he took it off of the Parsons Roofing estimate, because they estimated metal roof to replace the metal roof on the new part of the jail, and we decided not to even go for that because it is structurally functional. It's dented, but there's no reason to replace that part because it's still good and it's not leaking. The only part that is leaking for the jail is the Duralast part, which is the old part of the jail.
Okay, and that was put on in 2008.
Actually, 2011 was when we received our warranty, when it was finished.
Okay.
March of 2011 was when we got our warranty from them.
Okay. Is Parsons giving you the pricing for using the cooperative purchasing group that they're with?
Yes.
Okay.
Their price to reinstall the Duralast is $555,659 to replace all of the Duralast on the old part of the jail.
Okay. I just wanted it noted on the record that Parsons Roofing is a tech-buy vendor, which is a cooperative purchasing contract, which means we don't have to go out for bid on it.
Correct. Which means they can start Monday, and they could finish before our due date on August the 9th, per them.
What's the lifetime of this metal roof? What they're saying the lifetime is?
Well, what I'm going by strictly is that the jail was put up in 91. We replaced it in 2011. So that to me is 20 years, Commissioner. So I believe the metal roof will last 20 years versus 7.
Because it originally had a metal roof, and then they put on the Duralast to replace the metal roof.
But the manufacturer will usually state what their this roof, you're buying a 20-year roof.
Yes.
What are they stating this roof is good for?
Approximately 20 years, Commissioner.
They are stating that, or is that what you came up with?
That's what I have not received any formal bids for a metal roof because of the time constraints. I only received an estimate on what it would have been to replace the current roof with the metal roof.
So
And
if we don't have an estimate, I mean, we don't have a bid on it, we just
I do
do
not,
an estimate.
I do not have any bids. It was last minute to get an estimate, but no bids on a metal roof.
Okay, so Christie, is this something that we can do? Christie?
I would say without having a formal bid on it, I mean, an estimate is great, but without a formal bid on it, y'all would have to agree to an estimate. I mean, that's up to the court.
What if the
I'm
bid
sorry.
comes up higher than the estimate? What happens then?
You would have to come back together and agree on a different price.
Okay.
Veronica, how much do we have in our capital account from the jail, if any?
There's very little in that. I'll double check to see how much is in there.
So that dovetails in the question I was about to ask. Where's this money going to come from?
You have about 676,000 in contingency.
How
So
about in the detention maintenance?
Can you repeat that, please?
How much in detention maintenance?
So much we have left in it.
Detention maintenance, Robin, is that what you're saying?
Yes, detention maintenance. Yeah, the detention maintenance.
Robin, you're through. Very well.
Because in the risk management claims, the 5630, Ken saying we got $250,381.35 is how much I think we would have in risk management to contribute towards that, but we don't have the full amount.
But if you use that amount there, then you have no more money for any other claims.
No, that's right. That is correct.
Well, and also, if we took it out of contingency, it leaves us with like 100,000, give or take, from now until October. So, is there any other funding mechanism or accounts that this could come from? I'm getting a little concerned about what's going to happen over the next few months.
No, the only other place that I can think of is, I don't know how much money is left in the mental health facility that we had talked about. I know we've been pulling money out. I know that we just purchased those properties, but I think there was sufficient money in there still, even after the 1.1 million that we took out the other day. Veronica, could you check on that one, on the mental health facility?
I haven't, but I can check on that. I can tell you that there's only $6,000 left in the building maintenance for detention.
$6,000 left in building maintenance contingency?
Ask them there for that.
Now, the insurance still owes us, according to Ken, about $465,000 for the claim. We haven't received that money yet. We're still trying to get an answer from the insurance companies when that check's coming in. So we do theoretically have money coming in from the claim, but it hasn't been sent to us yet.
From the lightning strike claim.
From the lightning strike claim.
Okay, so do the math for me real quick. If we got the money from the insurance, how much money would we need to complete this project for a metal roof?
It would take care of it.
Ken's saying it would take care of it. if we get that, if and when we get that check.
Okay, and you just said if, so it's not guaranteed we're going to get the check. Is that correct?
They told us they owed us that much money, which included housing the inmates during the time that the jail was shut down, the transportation and all of that. That's the total, $465,600 and some odd dollars. What they owe us. I asked for that check on May the 27th. Have not heard from them since, but they owe us that money from that claim.
Do you have that in any kind of writing instead of just they said?
Yes, sir, I do.
You do?
Yes, sir.
Good.
An email.
Good. That's what I'd like to hear.
Russ, was there a letter? Russ, was there a letter that you can write to the insurance company about that money to see why it's been delayed?
Sure, but I think first,
I
have we made a phone call to them to ask them specifically when we're going to get it?
I asked them, I called twice and left messages, and I emailed, and I have not had any return response from them, and that's been within the last 2 weeks, sir.
And
Again,
who is
this is the insurance company that we no longer use too, so they've been kind of dragging their feet.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Has
they're not
Pridemore
gonna-
been any help to you?
I'm sorry?
Say it again.
Has Pridemore been any help to you?
Yes, he has. He has offered help and has offered advice, and I've taken his advice. But that's all he can do since that's out of his hands. That's a different insurance claim company.
Okay, so if we approved the purchase of this metal roof without having the insurance money in hand, how would we handle it? What's the process?
So I just for capital project fund for the mental health building and what we had budgeted, and we have about $4 million left there.
4 million?
Yes, sir.
Is this even after the amount from Monday?
We've already removed everything that you've changed the budget, and we've reflected that.
So now we know that we've got money in that budget, just in case we're looking for a place to take it out of. So, thank you.
Now, next week, we'll be taking some out for the closing of the property across the street, won't we? Okay. About 1.17 or something. I don't have those in front of me, but okay.
So would we have to just do a line item transfer right now, Veronica, if we wanted to use the money out of the mental health facility budget to cover?
Yes, yes.
I just want to ask the rest of the guys, the commissioners, is that something that we want to do? Just go ahead and take the money out of that, at that account?
Yes, Luis.
Okay,
I don't think we have much of a choice.
right.
Yeah, the other option, like I said, would be go to with the cheaper option, which is that what we already have on it. But again, I think in the long run, it's going to cost us more money and headache than if we just kind of bit the bullet up front.
Ken, whenever I've put metal roofs on different properties, I've always gotten a lifetime guarantee. So I'm wondering if they might give us the same thing whenever we finally get the actual deal cut with that company.
Yes, we can research that and get an answer to that question as far as the warranty on the metal roof. That's not a problem.
Right. Are you guys ready for us to make a motion? Robin, Luis?
Yes, sir.
Scott?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
I'll make a motion that we replace the roof that's been damaged with a metal roof for the money to come out of the mental health facility capital line budget.
You have to give the amount, Randy?
And so I don't know what that final number is. Somebody might refresh me on what we're looking at here. I will say
Ken?
for an estimated amount up to $500,000.
Yeah, no, we really don't want to do up to, Commissioner. I need to move an exact number if you'll help me out with that.
Okay, well, but it is an estimate. So what,
But if it goes over, Randy, we'll have to come back and increase the amount. So it
Right.
doesn't matter. Well, what
okay,
is the
well,
estimate,
of course,
Justin?
okay with that, what number did you give me, Ken? Ken or Justin?
You
I've
guys
asked
are,
them to unmute.
they're muted. Justin, you're muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Yes.
What we came up with is 424,000.
okay, so for right now, Veronica, I use $424,000.
Okay, thank you.
I will second that motion.
Okay, well, motion is second. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
I want to ask one real quick question, since we took this money out of the mental health facility. Obviously, we're not doing the mental health facility except for purchasing it this year in this budget year. What does that do to our ability next year to turn that buildings into the what we intend to use them for?
Are you asking if that money is going to be budgeted for next year to be able to build a mental health building?
Correct. I
Judge,
mean,
budget?
since we had the money and all of a sudden we've been using it for other things, obviously we're going to have to come up with the balance of that money in the next year's budget. We can go and, take it next year and move it that way, but we have to come up with the balance. So are we planning for that?
I fully intended to. We hadn't got to that point yet in the process for me. Have we, Veronica? We hadn't got there yet, have we? That's not considered a community. It's, yeah, we hadn't got there yet.
That's a capital project, Judge, and we haven't gotten there.
Yeah, I fully intend to see it
But
back.
I would agree with Commissioner Ramsey. I would agree with Commissioner Ramsey. We could put that money, back for next year so that way we can continue with that project. That definitely would be helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that all?
answer?
Is that all of our business for today, Terry?
Yes, sir. That's it.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
It is 4:52 and this meeting is now adjourned. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.